everybody, welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a Pagani, so I felt like it was time to do another. This is their Black Bay. Let me see what they actually... On their website, they just call it the BB58. The actual model number from them is the 1671. The thing I'm noticing right off the bat is that it doesn't really fit into the sizes of the Black Bays that I'm aware of. This one, according to Pagani, I'm going to measure it for you guys in a second, but it's a 42 millimeter case. The Black Bays I know of are either 41 or 39. So the actual Black Bay 58 is 39 millimeters. Then there's the Black Bay by itself, the 5602. Actually, that's the movement. It's the 7941A. It's just the Black Bay. That one's 41 millimeters. But right off the bat, prior to actually getting the measurements, I also noticed that there's square hour indices on here, which is strange. A lot of the Black Bays are round, and if not, all of the Black Bays are round. It also very much uses, aside the hour hand looks, correct, but the square second hand, a little weird. Another thing that jumped out as odd is the red ring under the crown. I thought it was something put in there to just stop it from, pushing itself all the way in shipping like they do with battery-powered watches. But it's not. It's actually just kind of a piece in there, I guess, for style. A few Black Bays have something similar, but the Black Bay 58 does not. The Black Bay 58, for what I know, does not have such a giant piece under there. Little strange. Yeah. It's been a while since I've had a Pagani, and it's also very difficult to screw in because of that piece. It's been a while. I know the Black Bay has the rivets, so I'm not going to even touch on that. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's somewhat correct. There's very little taper on this bracelet, which makes it very bulky on the wrist. I do like this clasp a lot more than the friction pop clasps that Pagani uses on some of their other watches, so that's nice. But the clasp, you could tell, is just very thick. There's very little size difference. This watch is also a thick watch. It's very, very thick. We'll measure it in a second so you can get the full, effect of it. But, nice display back. Not bad. 100-meter water resistance one. Most of the Black Bays are 200 meters. So right off the bat, there's just some differences here. I'm not sure if this is a homage that's super accurate. It talked about how anti-reflective it is, and this thing just, light reflects off of it immediately. But let's dive in and measure it up so you can see the actual size of this watch, and we'll go from there. All right, jumping in here with the calipers. So thickness on this bad boy is 15 millimeters. That's a big, big watch. Cross, yeah, it's a little over 41. On the bracelet, we go from 21 down to 18. So yeah, very, very little taper on that. It's a bulky watch. 15 millimeters thick it's got some girth to it. This isn't going to be for people that have smaller wrists. I don't think this is the watch for you. Overall looks, it's not a bad looking watch. When I opened the box, well, first of all, the box is a standard Pagani box, but boy, that thing smelt real bad. First time that's happened with a Pagani, so I'll give them the discount. I mean, the benefit of maybe it was shipping problems or something like that, but it smelled bad. But overall looks on this watch it's not bad. It's just, not having had a Pagani for a while, it's not exactly what I was, hoping for. I will give it this: the bezel is real nice. Those clicks they're satisfying. Let me put it in front of this good mic so you could actually tell. Yeah, they are satisfying as all heck. But now let me throw it on the wrist and take a look at how that wears. Here we are on the wrist. Obviously wears very, very thick. There's nothing you could do about that. The taper makes the watch feel kind of enormous on the wrist. And, you know, it's what it is, you know? It's what you're going to get out of this watch, and there's not much else you could do about it. But definitely not for small-wristed people. One thing I do like about this watch, I'll show you even better close-ups of it, but there is a really nice kind of, I like that like waffly textured, you know, back to the dial. It didn't look like it in the picture, so I wasn't expecting that, but it's a cool effect to the watch. It gives it some depth. I don't know if I love the rose gold kind of coloring around the bezel. It doesn't really fit the watch, I don't think. I think regular gold would even have been nicer, or white. Maybe even red to match the little loom pip triangle. But yeah, the face is okay, but there's stuff that just doesn't make total sense to me. As far as the loom goes on this watch, I couldn't even get it really fired up enough to look good on camera, so it's very minimal. Shouldn't expect much more out of it. It does work, but it was so minimal that the footage looks so bad. I'm not even going to put it in here. But all in all, you know, it's interesting now that I've, you know, dived into so many other brands on this channel. Pagani really doesn't do it for me anymore. These watches are okay at the low price point that they go for, but you can get so much better for around the same price, maybe even cheaper. I don't know if I'm going to do much more of these because they just, for me, don't really hit the spot anymore. I just don't think they're worth what they cost and what you get for them, you know. For $100 more, I could have gotten, you know, one of the cheaper San Martins, and it would have blown this watch out of the water. That being said, I don't think they're bad watches. I don't think you're going to be unhappy with it if you know what you're getting, but this homage to me misses the mark. I'm sure some of you would disagree, and they'll be like, oh no, it's replicating this Black Bay special model that's 42 millimeters. That's fine, but the Black Bay 58 is 39 millimeters. So this homage right off the bat is just kind of wonky, and I think that's the overall theme to it. I'm giving it a do not buy. Let me know what you guys think, and hopefully I'll be back next time with a watch that I actually do like. Until then, guys, thanks for watching, thanks for supporting, and I'll see you then.